For me, public commentary is a problem in this country. And we might not all agree, but public commentary is a problem. And I will tell you why. How is it that the most important factor is not what we address in our land? So you go to Ghana, you go to Cote d'Ivoire, everywhere. You see the way we plan our cities. We all did economics, and we said land is a factor of production. When you try to manage land, we ethnicize it in this land. So that is one thing that it's whatever you want to do, everything you build in a house, airport, this is on land. So how is it that we don't manage our land? When we want to manage land, physical planning is the problem of West Africa. Bottom line, so we will never be rich if we don't plan our land. But if you want to plan it, what happens? You do this because it's Hausa, is Igbo. Oh, rubbish. So the bottom line is, let us focus on the real issues. Like I said, I was not in government in 93, I was a student. I have it on my phone. News watching. These are journalists, several journalists. We've been talking about the same issues. In the 70s, they were talking about the same issues. We are talking today. So what is the problem? Is it, if you count the number of government officials, chairman local government, councillors, governors, deputy governors, they are less than 1,600. So are we saying, in the nation of 200 million, we can't find 1,600 that are great? That's what we are saying. So what are the fundamental issues? Let us talk about them. And let's not. So people say protest. And, I felt sad when people like Alhaji Abubakar, he's my father's friend, said, let's join it. That's nonsense. It's not right. What is Sunak said in England? That these people that did this will be punished. It's not about politics. Election is over. We politicize everything. We did, look, even on election issues. People say it's bad, it's bad. I'm sorry.
Your Excellency, a couple of things. I can tell you why. What happened in Newswatch in 83, those hunger and poverty stood there, is because of the dubious political class that continues to destroy Nigeria. Have not left since 83, and they are still there till date. That's why. So things will never change. Even if you take a newspaper from 100 years from now, as long as the dubious political class continues, then things will never change. Let's not deceive ourselves. Secondly, Your Excellency, Lagos PD has been running this Twitter handle since 2015. It's been inciting violence. It was very active during the elections. Nothing was done. Why now? In fact, a week before the protest, he was the one talking about Oro. Protest. He tweeted about that incendiary things. Why have you not been fished out? It's so easy to say the other side. Yes, and I don't support both sides that are causing chaos. Yoruba man, Igbo man is your brother. Igbo man, Yoruba man is your brother. Our real enemy are the political class that make our life miserable every day. The truth has to be said. Why are we not clamping down on these people? Secondly, you talked about development, land appropriation, and everything. There's also a problem about development and land appropriation because the political hegemony keeps taking majority of the land. That's another problem with Africa. It could go from Kenya to Nigeria. I'm sure you remember Danny Arab Moye. I'm sure you remember even our case in Nigeria. So it is a problem of the political class. And that's why I'm bringing the question to you. Let's talk about the issues. What are you guys doing? People are suffering. It's 22 million people in Lagos. Their lives are miserable. They don't even have portable running water from the government. There's sewage everywhere. What are you guys doing?
So we are talking today. So what is the problem? Is it, if you count the number of government officials, chairman local government, council.
It's so funny that these people always come out to try to debunk what is really, really glaring. This same Hamzat, that is the deputy governor of Lagos State, he was the one who said, there's nothing they can do about Agberos when the Agberos were really giving people tough time. He said, no, there's nothing they can do about Agberos. And from what he said, even from the full interviews, because we didn't even bring it here, that, you know what, that he schooled abroad. He had his PhD when he was 27 years old. He was working with one government and one company and all of that. I learned that this man was in the US. But at the end of the day, they will come back to Nigeria, the likes of Gbajabiamila. Even Tinubu himself, they will tell you, they worked with some reputable companies. They were in abroad before. But at the end of the day, all of those things are not reflecting in the recent with what they said they have achieved while they were in abroad. They can't even, the kind of money they are making in Nigeria, they cannot make it over there. And the kind of money they are making in Nigeria is through corruption. Now they talk about Igbos. He was talking about, let us not talk about what is it called? Let us not talk about all those issues. Let's talk about the real issues. He was talking about Atiku calling for, what is it called? Calling for protest. It is nonsense. It's nonsense that this is not politics. They think they are talking to fools, but in their own response, they sound so unreasonable. The same Tinubu that was talking about that was calling for revolution. No, they will forget about it because it is other people's reactions that they always try to propagate. but their own, it does not matter. But and I so much love the way Rufai asked him that question. He was just beating around the bush. And when he said, oh, the people who are really ruining this country, and they have been there, they are the political class, he just laughed. There was a place where he was talking about, you know what, it is that he does not believe that the political class. And he said, okay, is it not corruption that is causing this wahala? He was just contradicting himself. This same man was the one who told Obi to go back to his state to go and campaign. Who does that? Did Tinubu not go to other places to go and campaign during the presidential election, when the presidential election, was being prepared? Is it not the same Tinubu that was going everywhere? Who told him that, oh, Tinubu, you cannot come and campaign in Edo State, or you can't campaign in Delta State, oh, you cannot campaign in what do they call Cross River, or Akwa Ibom? Nobody told him. It is this same deputy governor that was saying, oh, Bill must go back to his place to go and campaign, and he's not trying to tell us cock and bull stories. The Lagospedia that they talked about, they are the ones in charge. It's just unfortunate. They say, hey, they will fish them out. Fish who out? They talk about a Bayo Ononuga. He said, oh, Bayo Ononuga, he has not been seen by Ononuga street. Says who? That's to tell you that they are just liars. The Nigerian people, the whole world can see through their mischievousness. They can see through. It's unfortunate. Thank God for Rufai, who was able to stand up to him. Rufai, you will live long for pointing out the bigotry of Bayo Ononuga. Respect to you and the deputy governor for his frank comments. We are watching. The same man who said Obi should go and campaign in his state, that Lagos is for Yorubas. Isn't that a bigotry, tribal bigotry? He is a massive liar and saying he hasn't even seen Bayo Ononuga's post. Yes, they will be lying. Even me, I'm surprised though that this man say he doesn't. They are lying. Do you remember too? I am sure Rufai didn't even know. He would have asked him. The deputy governor is a bigot himself. Telling lies is their lifestyle. Nobody is surprised. Nobody is going to be shocked about them. They will continue to lie, but we can see through them. We can see through them. Unfortunately, the people that will suffer this is their unborn children. That they will point that your people did this, your people did this. He was trying to tell us that, oh, the hunger, but he couldn't even say it. But me, I could read through what he was saying, that, oh, there was hunger in 1983. The problems have been there. And it is a shame that the problems were there. The problems were there as at that time. And you guys were young. Now you have the opportunity to change the narratives. You are not changing it. So if the problems were there and they are still here again, so what are you doing about it? So what are you telling us? But that does not mean that, or this does not stop the poor to continue to get poorer. Why the rich get richer? So the problems have been there. So nobody should say anything. Abubakar Atiku said they should go for protest. Did Tinubu not call for revolution? How many times has he organized a protest? It's unfortunate. Really, really unfortunate. This kind of people. We are not in support of the DSS searching for those who call for our people, the Igbos, to go. Please, we want them to put it into work immediately. We, the Igbos, want it to be this afternoon from the current prophet of Umweze Muzu. The Igbos cannot go anywhere. Nigeria belongs to all of us. It happened before us during the last elections, where fellow Nigerians in Lagos were intimidated and discriminated against because of their ethnic backgrounds, and popular individuals in Lagos were involved. To date, nobody was arrested and prosecuted, just like Rufai told him in his coming. When they begin to shout like that, you know that they don't catch them. They don't catch them. So ridiculous set of people. No, they cannot escape it. No, they cannot escape it. Let them continue to deceive themselves. Like I said, the whole world is saying them. I thoroughly love this interview. Dr. Hamzat impressed me plenty. Very articulate, has a sense of sincerity and a sense of heart for service. Hopefully this doesn't change based on the rotten system he's engaged in, where they won't finish their second tenure. For Dede, well done, Rufai, you never disappointed Nigerians. This deputy governor has earned my respect. He's a worthy representative of a responsible government. It's a lie. It is a lie. Believe him at your own peril. Why don't the governor and his deputy who are both from Ogun State go govern Ogun State. They can't go now. And I mean, I've never seen a Lagosian, somebody, a real Lagosian will not go to Ogun State to go and contest for governor. But when it comes to them coming, they will not be saying, it's for Yoruba people, Yoruba people. Even within the Southwest, it's only in that Lagos that Tinubu has been able to puncture that you see and see all this kind of nonsense. So guys, I don't know what you think about that a question that Rufai asking. Leave your comment down there below and let us have your take. Thank you.